Hi there, Scott. It's Faan. 5 minutes is not a long time, so let's start at the beginning. I think since I was a small child, I realized that there was something greater in me than what we first perceive about ourselves, and that there's a huge amount of potential that very few people reach in their lives, and that the price to reach it is very high, and that you will be subjected to a lot of pressure and a lot of frustration and stuff because diamonds are made under very high pressure situations. Um, since I was small, I always loved to do business. I'm passionate about business beyond anything that I've seen. Maybe you can match that. I also love people, and I think my destiny is to change people's lives. I have influence over people. I can get people to achieve what they do not believe themselves they can achieve because of the path that I've gone down myself. So for me, my destiny is to leave a legacy and to create something that will be remembered and to achieve everything that I was supposed to achieve on this earth. I think everybody's got his place. It's not always been easy because I'm highly passionate and driven to such an extent that it freaks my wife out. You might know what I'm talking about, but I've learned to harness that and to tune it down a bit. But as far as vision goes, I've always been able to see the gaps and to turn it into success. I've always found it easy to make big money because big money doesn't intimidate me, it doesn't scare me. The bigger things are, the more comfortable I become. I find it very hard. I find mediocrity very, very limiting and very frustrating. So I always achieve for excellence and to achieve something that I can be really, really proud of and be, what is the word I'm looking for? Something exceptional. And I've sought greatness for my whole life, and I wasn't really prepared what the price is for it. But I think if you've been through hard pressure, and I think you only really grow when the pressure is on its hardest and when the heat is so bad that you think you're going to explode. But if you go through that, you reach maturity, and then you see that the impossible can be possible, because changing the world, changing people we need to change how they think, because we're limited by limiting beliefs, systems, and stuff that really hold us back. You can only go as far as you can see, and I think there's never been a ceiling for me or a limit or an horizon. You always have to innovate. You always have to get better at everything you do. And that drives me so hard that it's sometimes too much for myself to handle. But I can never be held down. I can never be put in a box. My studies in architecture help my creative side. I do business through creation while the other people are competing with each other. I find new ways to stay ahead, at least 3 or 4 yards ahead of what everybody else is doing. I've always taken the lead. I've started things like the Pretoria Developers Forum, where I had all the developers under me, where we could get some more power to negotiate with the banks and with landowners and things like that. As I said, 5 minutes is a very short time, so I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. As I said, I'm driven beyond what most people can comprehend. So it's sometimes a bit much, but as I said, I've grown and matured quite a lot as far as that goes. And I'm quite autonomous. I can drive things with very little resources. I can achieve quite a lot and have achieved quite a lot. I was appointed when I was 29 years old. I was sent for tests like Richard's, and I was still studying architecture, and they appointed me as national marketing manager for this company. And some of the areas grew by 300% in less than a year. So I was born to do this. I think this is my calling. I always felt this connection with people like Lee Iacocca, Henry Ford, Richard Branson, and these guys. I'm comfortable in the areas where they operate. So it's been frustrating in South Africa because you don't have much chance of reaching that, but it is possible, and I know that the next thing I'm doing, whether it's here or wherever, is going to be great. As I said, I'm very results driven. It's not negotiable, and I also like to have fun while I'm doing things. It's relaxed and fun. People get much more done than when you've got these stupid corporate setups where everybody's back just there to advance themselves by, you know how it works. I don't have to explain it to you. So that's very frustrating and very limiting to those businesses. I like to get things done. I'm to the point. Some of my biggest breakthroughs have come through some of my biggest problems, and I think within every problem is hidden a solution that you've never seen before. So you have to have the ability to see that. Think out of the box is what I do. I hate the box. The box bores me. So yeah, thinking out of the box is what basically describes what I am. Clients dictate to you where you should go. I've always believed strongly in that. We are here for the clients, so they will usually dictate where your business should be going, and usually give you the best ideas for your business. So that is also an absolute priority in whatever I do. I can motivate people. I'm highly motivated myself, and I can really get people to do what they didn't previously comprehend they could do. And I think that, as I said, that's part of my calling. And once I believe in something, I will not give up. And once I trust somebody, and it's cost me dearly in my life, but I won't give up on that. I'll find someone that I can trust. That in the army, your buddy got wounded, you carry him. You don't grab what you can and run away. So you fight for the guy next to you. And I'm sure I'll find that sometime, because in the past, as I said, it's bitten me badly. Persuasiveness, my sister and some people always tells me that people listen when I speak. I've changed people's lives by one sentence. I mentioned to Willie after the farm that he has a huge load of potential that's not mined at the moment, that's not being used. He's sharp, he's intelligent, but he needs mentorship, and he needs to be pointed in the right direction to mine that which is in him, which I think is a lot of potential. I've always wanted to build an empire, not just for me and my family, but so that I can have impact in the world and in many people's lives, because people are trapped by what they think and what they believe. That's everything, what you believe. Always in my business ventures, I always had to find revenue to do things and negotiate with banks and do cash flows, and so that's part of the business that I always had to run. As I said, I was always in charge. I was always organizing things and getting people to do what they need to do. And then also I believe in measurement. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So putting systems in place that work for you, that save man hours, is crucial. So that'll take a while to. I was also trained by one of the best in the world called Eli Goldratt. He did the goal and the critical chain and the theory of constraints. That I found was one of the best courses I ever did, and he's best of one. And I got trained by him personally, which made a big difference in my life. One of my big problems was when you deal with contracts, you need to have the best attorneys available possible as far as contracts goes, because I've lost a lot because of attorneys that miss things in contracts and stuff. As far as that goes, that's part of the crux of your business. Contracts have to be watertight. Contracts have to be perfect, because it can cause a lot of damage. So you have to have the right legal side to that. And then as far as being positive goes, I've gone through very heavy times sometimes, but I always stayed positive, even though everybody was against me and said that I'm stupid and whatever. You ever go here when things go down a bit. But and I've got a huge thirst for knowledge. I never stop learning, and I learn quickly. I have the ability to learn extremely quickly and grasp new things quickly. My brain is quite fast. I think I got 100% for algebra and matric, and then almost didn't write the other one, so I still passed. So yeah, that's me. I see it's already 9 minutes 30. I would have just liked to chat to you a bit more, but have a good day, and it's nice chatting to you. Cheers.